Hi everyone, my name is Carrie and I'm going to be presenting softball for you today. So I hope you enjoy the presentation. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is the history of softball. So it was invented in 1887 by George Hancock in Chicago, and it was originally known as indoor baseball, which I didn't know about. And softball finally became a Summer Olympic in 1996, and it went away again in 2012, but they're bringing it back again. So there's two different types of softball, which is fast pitch and slow pitch. And slow pitch is the most common type of softball. So the difference is with fast pitch, there is 9 players, and then with slow pitch, there's 10 players. So it's pretty much how it sounds. Fast pitch is faster, and slow pitch is a little bit slower. There are some other rules to that, but the main point of softball and the person who wins is the person who scores more runs than the opposing team. That is pretty much the point. You want to get more points, and that makes you win. So the benefits of softball. All right. So it's adaptive to many skill levels, whether it's special needs or anything like that. There's ways that we can modify softball and where we can do it. And people who are maybe not catching on, maybe just not putting them as far away when they're throwing or catching. And then as they increase in their skill level, we can go farther. And the psychomotor benefit of this is total body conditioning. You're throwing, you're running, you're swinging, you're fielding. It's using your legs, your arms, all those muscular movements, so it's developing all of those. And a great thing about softball is it can be played indoor or outdoor. If somebody's using the field or on a rainy day, you can bring it inside and you can play it still. And it also develops throwing power and acceleration. And this is it is cognitive in the sense that it is helping them understand how you throw the ball, the correct way in throwing, and understanding that. And the more they understand that, the more acceleration they're going to get on that. So the next one is the effective, which is it reduces stress and it builds resistance to social pressure. So these are studies that they have seen that it does do this. And I think that's in most sports that you're releasing these endorphins and it reduces stress. And I think that sports also boosts your self-esteem, your confidence. And when you're confident about who you are and yourself, it builds up a resistance to social pressure and society and the things that are around you. So that's the effective part of it. And I think that when we're promoting physical activity and we make it fun and we show them the excitement and the benefits of it, that it's going to promote into their everyday lives and into their future. The next one is the fundamental skills of softball. The first one is catching. The next one is throwing. And the last one that I'm going to be covering is pitching. So with catching, you always need to keep your eye on the ball. So depending if it's a grounder or if it's above the waist, with a grounder, you're usually going to put your mitt this way. And when it's a fly ball, you're going to put your mitt this way. So you always need to keep your eye on the ball when you're catching, and you need to get in wherever that ball's coming. You need to get in line where that ball is coming, or else it might go through your legs. And when you're hitting the grounders, you need to make sure that you have your hand ready. As you can see in the picture, the girl has the other hand ready to close the mitt and the glove and put her hand over that. The same thing goes to throwing. There's 3 different types of throwing: overhand, sidearm, and underhand. With overhand, that's usually from outfielders into the infield, because you're using your whole body and you're going over and going and you're throwing with your whole body. The sidearm is usually used for short distances, and it usually puts a curve on the ball because you're going from the side and you're throwing it. The underhand is kind of like pitching. It's for short distances as well. So from like the shortstop at second base to second base. So it's for really short distances that you would really use that one. So the main ones that you use are the overhand and the sidearm. So with pitching, it is an underhand motion. I am not good at pitching. I am not good at sports in general. I like sports and I am a cheerleader, and I really try my best to to accomplish them and to do them with the best that I can. So as you can see in the bottom left picture here, you can see that her legs are completely spread out, and as she is going through the motion, she is staying on her back foot and leading, following all the way through, and the weight shifts. And you can see that in her stance there, and it's truly amazing to me. I'm just like, wow, this is really cool. So it's a wrist snap, release ball, and follow through when it comes to pitching. All right, this is my demonstration. I tried my best, and I hope that you enjoy my demonstration. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it for you here. So that is my demonstration of those skills. You can see when I went the grounder, I went down and I grabbed it, and I followed through on my throw. So I hope that kind of put into terms. I put pictures too, because I don't have the best athletic form. So I tried my best. My dad kept laughing at me. It was quite sad. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So lead up games. So there's Pepper, which is a catching and throwing game. And so the player tosses the ball to the batter, and the batter hits grounders back to the players. And once they miss or they get it out, then it switches. It switches around. So not just one person is doing the batting. And I actually put a video up here to kind of show that, so that you guys can get an idea.
Okay, what we're doing now is peppering. You've got a hitter. Most people have done this before. Set up as many fielders as you want, 3, 4. We break up into groups, break your whole team up into this. We do this before a game. It's a great way to look the ball in as a hitter. It's also good work for the fielders. Looking the ball in, quick hands. The hitter hits until she hits a foul ball or swings and misses, or one of her balls is caught.
So you can kind of see that, I mean, it's an indoor game. You can do it inside. Like she was saying, you can do it before games. And it's really easy, breaking people up into groups, and they all can get a chance at doing different skills. The other one that I chose was 500, and that does catching and it does batting as well. And you earn points for different catches. So there's people out in the field, and someone is batting, and you usually hit grounders, fly balls, and depending on which one you catch, it has different point system. So whoever gets the most points, but they have to hit 500 exactly. If they don't, then those points get subtracted from there, and then points get subtracted for error. So it's kind of exciting because it's competition, and high schoolers love competition. So I thought that would be a fun game. I mean, if I was in high school, I'd like that one. So the rules of the game: there's foul lines and fair lines. So between first base and third base, there's those lines right there. And inside of that is the fair lines. Outside of that is the foul lines. And the batter is out after 3 strikes. If they don't get a hit, then and the 3 strikes are there, then they're out. And the point is, if they get 3 outs, it goes to the next inning, and then the team switch places from the field to the batting. And the runners must tap each base. If they don't, it's not considered fair. And stealing a base is not permitted. And then with softball compared to baseball, there's 7 innings in softball, like baseball has 9 innings. So it's a little bit shorter than that. So those are the basic rules. I mean, there's a lot of rules in sports, but those are the basic rules for this sport. Softball and faith. This was one of the ones I really had to think about and how it incorporates together. And I mean, I put here encouragement to put oneself out there. And I did softball, no matter how bad I was at it, I always had the encouragement from my coach and believing in me no matter what. And that encouraged me to overcome my fear of getting out there and really just go out there and give it my best. And my team was behind me, and it was just an awesome experience to do that. No matter what skill level I was, I still had my team behind me. And that's the same thing in everyday life with God. You know what I mean? Our relationship with God is a roller coaster ride. It doesn't matter where you're at. He's still behind you. He still wants you to succeed. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're not praying every night or doing certain things, but he always has your back, just like your team has your back when you're out there. And God asks us to step out in faith. And You are a body as a team, and we get more than one shot. And that is my favorite thing because we make mistakes in any sport. You make a mistake and you get scared to go back out there and overcome it, but it's the same thing in life. How many times have we all made mistakes and God still forgives us? He died on that cross for us, that no matter what sin we have in past, present, or future, He's still going to forgive us for that. And He gives us more than one shot. Just like in sports, no matter if you make a mistake, you pick yourself back up again and you keep going. So I put some verses on here. With God, all things are possible. And always remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So this was something I chose for my last slide. It was a reflection of faith in sports and life. This isn't per se softball related, but it's in sports in general and how we are running a race. And we are running a race for God. And in sports, there's competition, there's all these things, and it's how it relates together. And how sports, you have all this competition. And in faith, you're running that race as well. And I loved this video and how it tied in. I'm not going to play it because I'm already over my time. So I would encourage you to watch this. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it encourages you. I'm not a runner because that's what this video is showing, is running, but I think it's a beautiful portrayal of running the race for God and how in sports we can run that race as well and never give up, whether it's our faith in God, whether it's our sports, whether it's schooling, whether it's any of those, and how diverse it can be. So I hope you enjoyed and you learned something from my PowerPoint, and thank you.